Hello, today we're going to be demonstrating how to repair a separated Atlantis or Atlantis 2 base. This is a fairly common issue when the tanks are dropped. Fortunately, it's pretty easy to fix. One of the really important things that you want to make sure you're paying attention to is there's a small pin and a small spring that live in this little hole, and they're what gives the clicks as you're adjusting on this. If you can see inside of the rim there, get some better lighting. So you see there on the inside of the rim, you have these small locks that hold it in place. Unfortunately, on this particular tank, the pin was lost, and all we have left is the spring. We can put it back in there. It'll get a small amount of resistance when switching in between settings. It's not going to be as good as the original, but it's not the end of the world. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to take our little spring and throw him back in his house there. And then it's a little bit easier if you line up one of these with your spring, so you don't have to push it down quite as far. And then you're going to grab one of your little screwdrivers here and just sort of push him in and pull up at the same time. And it might take you a couple of tries. But then you should be able to get him back in there. So as you can see, we still get some clicking. It's just not quite as strong as it originally would be. The next step is you're going to grab your connector and you're going to sandwich these two guys together just by hand at first. And it's going to be a little uneven like that. And then you're going to take your channel locks, make sure you gap them a little bit so you're not putting too much force on it. And then you're also going to want to make sure that you don't tear this seal here, or you're going to have a leaky tank. So you just want to grab it like right on the edge where you still have some metal. And then you gently sandwich it back together. Alright, so when you're done, there should be more or less no gap around that edge anymore. We should still be able to freely turn this, and we hear our clicks. Now we just toss it on our mod. using the Sigeli 150. The original one on for this. And let's check and see if we're reading it. There it is, 0.3 ohms. Perfect.